So I've wanted to start a YouTube channel for years now. I have tons of other passions that I can delve into, so it's not like my dream or anything, but YouTube is something I'd like to do too. Not for the money or anything, just for fun. And if I ended up making money from it, that's cool. Anyway, my boyfriend told me that he feels really uncomfortable with that. He said that if I gained a big following, he's not sure if he could be in a relationship with me because of the potential fame.
Tea.
He's very introverted and does not have social media and does not like strangers knowing anything about his personal life. In other words, he wants his privacy respected. We live together in a one-bedroom apartment, and I would sometimes want to film inside, but he doesn't like the idea of people seeing where we live. I suggested a compromise that I wouldn't even mention him or his name in the videos, and that I would film parts of the apartment that I don't have any of his personal items. I'd mostly also be filming going to places around my city. He doesn't like this idea at all, and he feels too much personal information would be conveyed. However, this is making me feel controlled. I like my hobbies, and I feel like he shouldn't suppress that, especially since I said I would be careful about sharing personal info. However, I do think that in a relationship, you should make small sacrifices for your partner so they can be happy, as long as it's not major. Am I the a-hole?
Wow. This is interesting. Because at first I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Like if she wanted to turn their relationship into a YouTube story, because that is kind of the cool thing to do, or has been, to make relationship content and get, more popular out of that. But then reading the second half, it sounds like she was very much not trying to do that at all. She just wanted to try it herself, and she would, keep him out of it, respect personal space, understand his concern about people knowing where they live, which I understand very
Legitimate
much.
concern, yeah.
That concern.
And it's totally his prerogative. If he wants nothing to do with it, if he doesn't
shouldn't
want to
have
appear
to
with
be
it,
on
that's
it.
fine. But it sounds
Correct.
like she's going to all reasonable lengths to cater to his concerns, but still wanting to do it herself.
So it sounds like he's just uncomfortable with her being on the internet, even if it doesn't include him or his name.
So maybe he's the a-hole in this situation.
I don't know if a-hole is the word I would use to describe him. Is it? Because maybe he's concerned for her safety. It doesn't have to be like he's malicious and doesn't want her to become famous out of some weird, jealousy or something.
Yeah, but what is his reason? Like, I
Well,
understand.
we don't know. We don't know what his reason is.
But clearly she's feeling like it's a little bit controlling in this
Yeah.
situation. He just doesn't like the idea of dating a famous person.
Yeah. Where's that quote?
Also, how about that assumption, right? Like,
You're right.
Not everyone who starts making YouTube videos is just going to turn into a famous person,
You're right.
by the way.
She wrote, he said that if I gained a big following, he's not sure if he could be in a relationship with me because of the fame.
So is he worried?
That's kind of a big leap to
That's a pretty
say
big,
before anything happens. Yeah.
Like, I understand if it's, I guess it depends what sort of video she's making too. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he just doesn't want to live with a YouTuber who's making like loud, obnoxious content around the house and stuff like that. Like, there's, I could understand there being some reasons you don't want to be with a person who does a certain job that you hate. Maybe I don't know. I could see some legitimate reasons, I guess, for it.
If it's like disturbing, like the person with the frogs from the relationship one, right? Having 12 frogs in your house might have disturbed him because there'd be frogs all over his stuff.
Okay, but there's no frogs here.
In this case, though, if she were filming and, talking a lot in order to film, it could be a disturbance to him, whatever, in his peace in his house. But it doesn't sound like that's actually the issue. It just sounds like he just doesn't like the idea of his girlfriend being on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. But I guess I'm just trying to see if there's any reason this makes sense from his perspective. If it's not just him assuming she might become famous and him wanting to be a completely shy, introverted person.
I don't think people should assume that just because you start making YouTube videos, you're going to become this crazy famous person and it will be an incredibly difficult relationship to have all of a sudden. Like, it just sounds like it's a passion project for her. And she said that wasn't
being
even
very clear about it.
wasn't
She's
even
just doing
her,
it for
her
fun.
goal. Yeah, I'm kind of curious, like, what kinds of videos she wants to make.
But that's the thing. Like, does the type
makeup?
of video matter? Like, what if she's doing story time videos? And it's all about, I mean, she said she's leaving up details, I guess.
So as long as it's not about him, then what's the issue?
But that would be a red flag. If I was still dating and some girl told me she's a YouTuber and I looked up her channel and it's like, my ex-boyfriend was crazy. I almost got kidnapped by an Uber driver. I would like never, I would have nothing to
Yeah,
do with that
you'll
person,
run.
right?
For sure. But it doesn't sound like that's her intention at all.
Yeah.
It just sounds like he's just uncomfortable with the idea of her being on the internet at all, which might be his own hang up. Maybe he has some trauma or nervousness over being like shown on the internet.
Or maybe
I don't
he's
know.
just a jerk. I don't know.
Or he's just a jerk. I always give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm
Yes.
like, there has to be a better reason why
There
he's
must be some
uncomfortable
childhood
with it.
trauma that explains this.
Tell me about your childhood.